Is there a realistic solution to the current healthcare system in this country, and how can I do my part to make it happen so that healthcare is affordable for everyone? Single payer. Eliminate private insurance altogether. The officially sanctioned answer is you vote in candidates who are pushing for the change you want to see and petition your representatives to support your intentions. The unsanctioned answer is what this guy did Elmo. It's a really good question and one that IMO lacks serious attempts to answer. As is, we have it crammed full of people making money off sick people. Other countries have a basic, state-sponsored healthcare system. Bernie Sanders is talking about this constantly. I suspect the issue we have is that we have much more territory, and so much of that is not densely populated. Where it works in a European nation with a small footprint, supporting hospitals and specialists in rural areas is super expensive per capita. We would have a more expensive task to provide a base level of care for everyone because those people living in remote areas would either need to travel very long distances, or we would all pay a huge bill for this. That said, if you pulled all the middlemen out of the equation, it would be interesting to see how the numbers looked. One problem is that anyone attempting to fund a study like this is going to be instantly attacked. Vote for far-left candidates and socialists. Lol. Good luck with that. HCA Healthcare, Inc. is the largest hospital chain in the United States with a revenue of over $60 billion. The top two investors for HCA Healthcare are Vanguard Group Inc. BlackRock Inc. United Healthcare is the largest healthcare system in the United States with an annual revenue of over $350 billion. The top two investors for United Healthcare are Vanguard Group Inc. BlackRock Inc. Johnson & Johnson is the largest pharmaceutical company in the United States with an annual revenue of over $80 billion. The top two investors for Johnson & Johnson are Vanguard Group Inc. BlackRock Inc. Do you see the issue here? Post-edit there seems to be a bit of confusion about what I was getting at here, so let me clarify who is wanting a change in healthcare. The people of the United States. Who is funding these companies through investments, keeping them afloat and getting a return and profit from those companies' profitability? The people of the United States via the aforementioned companies. That is the problem in which I am trying to highlight. The same people that want the change are the same people investing in these companies, keeping them afloat and receiving a return. That is a problem. Is there a realistic solution to the current healthcare system? No. The closest would be moving to single-payer public healthcare, but there is too much money in private health insurance and our government is too corruptible today for that to ever happen. X200B. How can I do my part to make it happen so that healthcare is affordable for everyone? It's largely outside of your hands. But vote for those who are trying to fix the system. Expand Medicare benefits and lower the age requirement to 0. This one guy had a really good idea. Where he is though. No one can seem to find him. Senator Bernie Sanders. He ran in the 2016 presidential primary but lost to Hillary. He was instrumental with President Biden in bringing the cost of insulin down to $35 mo for Medicare recipients. I think that benefit will be available soon to those not on Medicare. I wish I had a more constructive answer. I will be contacting Sanders' office to find out what we as individuals can do, short of pew-pewing health insurance company CEOs. Ask every single developed country that isn't the United States if there is a solution to providing good health care to citizens at reasonable costs. Obamacare was a step toward one of those solutions. Republican voters fomented at the mouth to destroy it. Voting matters. Sorry, there is not anything you can do. We almost had an option to buy it to Medicare public option that the Democrats put on the table. But Republicans and one independent voted against it, and we just needed that one more vote. Until we have an actual supermajority of Democrats, nothing happens. And BTW, there's not much you can do about that either. Sorry, what it generally takes to have that supermajority is an absolute disaster of both a GOP president and an economy. Also need a very charismatic Democratic candidate heading the ticket. Last time that happened we came close, but we only had 58 Democrats and one indie voting with us, need 60. But that's when y'all get Dem House, Senate, and with a super majority. That is out of your control. Could actually happen after Trump, but PPL like him quite a bit. Out of your hands. Keep shooting COs until it is more profitable to do the right thing. Universal healthcare. No healthcare is tied to a job. Anyone that is sick can receive care. All of this is doable and realistic when you realize that everything you see was once imagined. So the systems that are in place that actively harm others are systems created from human imagination and subsequent execution. Thus to change it, imagining a different way and then creating, is what we must do. One way to make it better: no medication can cost more than 2x its production costs. Seems to me there was a man running for president in 2016 on the promise of health care for all, and not only did nobody vote for him, but he was called crazy and a communist. Here in the UK, we get free healthcare, and it's great. When you look at healthcare cost per capita, it's about 40 of what the US spends. But it's worth noting that that's still a lot of money. And our healthcare system is struggling a bit because it's probably not enough money. It's a huge proportion of government spending, and your taxes would have to rise substantially to do it. There is no realistic solution to a privatized affordable healthcare system. Private-public companies will always prioritize profits over prices and service. The reality is, we need universal healthcare for all, paid for by the public, your taxes. Only then will the healthcare system have your interests in mind. Vote for candidates that support universal healthcare. Rusty-faultism. We need to socialize medicine. You can come up with all the lame excuses you want, but the country is so big. But our taxes will be so big. But you are just buying into the bullshit propaganda perpetuated by the insurance industry and their many investors. LOL. And top fucking comment in this thread talks about our bigger footprint than European countries. I fucking give up. Honest to God, this country deserves the shitty system we have.